Hey everyone, how's it going? Right now I'm in my car and it's very hot here in this Texas heat. And if y'all are wondering why I'm in my scrubs, it's because I actually came out of this volunteering event where we essentially what I did was I was involved with an ultrasound station, and I was there teaching high schoolers how to do an ultrasound, and it was a pretty cool mentoring opportunity. Yeah, these scrubs they're the color of my school, TCU, so that's why I have them here. I'm driving, but I promise you guys I'm being careful, you know, and I'm hyper vigilant as to watching out where I'm going when it comes to looking out. Okay. But yeah, just wanted to make this video as an update as to how things in medical school are going so far. And it's a way different ballgame than undergrad. It's gotten pretty hard. Right now we're learning about pathology, and in lecture I felt fairly lost. The professor is really good. She's a pathologist and she's really amazing. I think it's just more on me that I should have done more studying, and I always feel that way. And it's always a battle to figure out how to study best, you know, and I think that's where I'm at when it comes to school. Usually I want to make these updates after an exam, but right now, while I'm driving back to school, and I'll tell you guys why, right now that I'm driving, it turns out that I do have a bit of time to record this little monologue video that I'm doing right here. Recording it on like the part of my car that's used for navigation. So yeah, I don't have an editor, so I'm not gonna have time to cut this footage. What you guys see here is all in one cut, and it's what you're gonna get when I upload it to YouTube. I don't really like uploading YouTube videos as a portrait phone video, but I have no other choice because my navigation stand will let me tilt my phone to being landscape, so that's quite unfortunate in that sense. But oh well, at least you still get a bit of an update of what I'm doing right now in school. So right now I just finished volunteering at this event mentoring high schoolers, and it was really awesome. I really liked it. It was actually super fun. And I think I got to know quite a few of my classmates better with the ultrasound station, and I'm pretty happy about that I'm just getting to mingle with them, whether it be quick or slow, just getting to know them better overall. Okay, I'll let a few folks pass here. Yeah. They're all crossing. It's because right now a lot of the undergrads at TCU just got out of class, so a bunch of them, they're crossing the road. But I'm gonna step it forward a little. Yeah, right now I'm trying to drive back to my school campus because at my apartment where I live, and maybe I should do a video of an apartment tour one of these days, but at the apartment where I live, it's dang it, wow, can't go left when I want to. But yeah, my apartment, there's a lot of loud music, and it's very hard to concentrate and to study. And also another thing too is that I'm actually trying to run for my school senate. I don't know how this is gonna work because, you know, it just depends on how much of your class likes you and how much they're willing to vote for you. And I'll tell you this, all of the candidates, they're super likable people and super likable students, so they all have I think it's gonna be a very tight race when it comes to voting for senators and even the president of the class. So I'm gonna try to vie for that, at least in my first year, but we'll see how it ends up going. Yeah, this guy's not letting me pass. People in Texas, they drive aggressively. thankfully this Tesla's letting me go. My gosh. Yeah, they do not want to let me go left. And I have to make a U-turn here. Anyway, I can complain about my driving all day. But yeah, long story short is that I'm running for my school senate. So that's pretty much the update of what's happening. And that's why I'm actually trying to go to campus right now, because I know for a fact that there's a lot of quiet study areas. And I desperately need to find an area like that so that way I can do my speech for running for president or senator. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I do want to run for president, but we'll see how that goes. It's not something that, it's something I'll just have to see how it goes, you know, because maybe my class might not vote for me, and I'm totally cool with it. You know, there's a lot of great candidates out there for being class president, but honestly, I've been looking for more leadership opportunities on campus, and it's something I really wanted to do and get involved with. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Oh Lord. To make a U-turn. No, it's not happening. It's so crowded here. It's because I guess all of the TCU students are leaving, and yeah, it's just insane. It's kind of crazy how bad traffic has gotten in Fort Worth, at least from what I've been hearing in the locals, from the locals, you know. And it's true, honestly. Like, Los Angeles traffic, that's where I'm from, is really bad. But Fort Worth is kind of getting up there, at least in this area of by the campus of TCU. Yeah, but a thing I've been kind of struggling with, at least in medical school, is the fact that I don't really feel like I'm dominating my studies anymore. In undergrad, I felt like I was completely crushing it. Here, I feel a lot less certain because of the volume of information we need to know. And I'm not used to studying that way, to having to know a ton of info and a ton of different mechanisms and a ton of different cytokines. At least that's what we're learning right now when it comes to inflammation in the immune system. We have to know what is cytokine IL-2 responsible for, which is, for example, the activation of T and B cells. It's a fairly easy one that most of my class knows. And then today we were talking about acute versus chronic inflammation. I don't know if this is boring you guys, but whatever. You know, I'm just gonna tell you about my day. You know, my last video, it got like a decent amount of views, so screw it. I'm just gonna say at least what's going on in my class. Anyway, we were learning about acute versus chronic inflammation, and at least with acute inflammation, from what I can remember, like some of the signs you have to look for is vasodilation. You also have to look for vascular permeability, and as well as for neutrophil migration. And it can happen anywhere from hours to a couple of days. At least the notes I was reading, it said 1 to 4 days, but then the professor said you can't really put like a time limit on it, so it's a lot less certain, you know. And then when it comes to chronic inflammation, it can take anywhere from weeks to months and perhaps even years. And it's something that happens for a much more extended period of time. A way in which we could differentiate between that is, for example, with acute inflammation, we only have neutrophils that are involved, whereas with chronic inflammation, you get macrophages. And macrophages, they come from monocytes. Monocytes are the white blood cells that circulate within the blood.